When unfortunate things happen, be it an accident, slip and fall, or worse, you need to contact an attorney. Our next guest says when you need to lawyer up, you need to cowgirl up.
She ain't joking. Crystal Eller, she's here with Cowgirl Law Offices. It's great having you.
Thank you. Hi. Good to be here.
This is, okay, first of all, before we even get into the firm, you are, this is not a gimmick like, oh yeah, I'm going to put on a cowboy now, cowboy hat, I'm now a cowgirl. You own horses.
Absolutely. I've had horses my whole life. Right now I have 7, so riding is what I do every week. I do it every day if I could.
I love
if I had time.
So this is a part of your personality here as well. Let's talk about your firm and you're kind of new to the Las Vegas scene?
No, absolutely not. The question is interesting because I'm going to be, new maybe as a personal injury attorney.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those ones that has the billboards and all the commercials. I haven't been out a lot, but I've been practicing law here for 24 years.
Gotcha.
And I've been doing personal injury for that time too, as well as the other areas I practice in. So it's important to know that I'm not someone who's just coming in on the scene, and I'm not someone who doesn't have experience. I have a lot of experience.
You just don't have those loud TV commercials.
Right.
Gotcha. There we go.
So it may look like I'm new, but I'm not.
So the concept for this, how did you decide to go with Cowgirl Law Group?
Well, it's just, I feel like, one, it's truly a part of who I am, of course. And the other thing is I like the ideas that go along with, kind of the Old West, when integrity meant something, when a handshake meant something. And that's how I am. That's how I operate my law firm. That's how I behave as an attorney, and I always have. So I figured that embodies who I am and who my practice is, so I might as well go with it.
I'm imagining you in the courtroom doing a draw, like
I wish
walking
I
the paces.
Yeah. We'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah, that would definitely speed things up.
Personal injury cases, what kind of cases do you handle?
Well, of course, car accidents, any kind of what we call premises liability, which could be a slip and fall. It could be if sometimes the casino staff gets a little carried away, and in a situation with security, those types of situations where anything happens on a premises where you get injured, and if there's something that someone did wrong, if there's negligence there, or there's some sort of willful behavior that caused that injury, then we can talk about who's responsible.
Tell us the difference between, how important it is to have a good lawyer in your corner versus just trying to, some people, they try maybe to avoid the phone call with the lawyer for whatever reason. They try to handle it on their own. What's the difference? It must be
I don't know. Obviously, I guess historically lawyers have been intimidating, but the wonderful thing about the contingency fee, which is how almost all attorneys handle these type of cases, is it's that, if we don't recover, you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
So when you call my office, the consultation is going to be free. We're going to make an appointment for you to come in and meet with me personally, and then if it turns out we feel like, you have a case, you can recover it, and you hire me, that's not going to be the last time you see me.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem with a lot of the larger firms. I'm what I call a boutique office. I have 2 attorneys that work with me and 2 paralegals, and I am hands-on every single file. You want to call me? My phone number, my cell phone's on the internet. My clients have access to me. They can call me, they can text me. So you're not going to see me for the sales job and then never see me again. I'm going to be on your case. I'm going to be the one handling it as well as my staff.
This is fantastic. So often we see sometimes a lawyer that you see them all the time on TV, but the chances of you actually being able to communicate with them might be Mets and Mets. This is you making sure that you're in their corner.
They're not doing anything wrong. It's just, it's a large business. There's only so many hours in a day for one attorney, which is why I'm selective about my cases.
Of course.
And I make sure that I have a caseload that I can handle where I'm handling every case.
How do you determine which cases have a good potential financial recovery?
What's important is that the law requires certain things for there to be a recovery, and basically, generally, it's 2 things. One, that there was something that someone did wrong. So sometimes accidents happen and nobody did anything wrong. Nobody was negligent. It just happened. For instance, if someone slips and falls on something that was spilled by the person that was standing right in front of them, and it just happened.
Yeah.
Well, the hotel or the restaurant or wherever you're at hasn't had time.
There was no time to rectify it.
To know about it or clean it up. Okay, so then unfortunately, there's no way to recover because nobody did anything wrong.
Yeah.
You don't get to recover just because you happen to be in someone else's property.
Yeah.
They have to have made a mistake. And then the other part is sometimes there's, somebody definitely made a mistake. They left that spill there for 3 hours and didn't put cones and didn't try to clean it up.
Yeah.
But when you fell, you really didn't get hurt. You got a little bruise or whatever. If there's not a substantial injury, the law says there has to be, somebody did something wrong and you have to have actually gotten injured. And a small injury, unfortunately, just usually isn't worth hiring an attorney over because it's the amount you're going to recover is so small already, and then you got to give some of it to somebody else, you know.
Exactly.
So, but always, you know, even though it may look like a small injury, the important thing is to get checked out by a physician, because that's their call to make. You know, sometimes it looks like a small injury, and then of course, especially we see that a lot with car accidents. You think you're fine because your adrenaline
Then a
is
couple
running,
days later.
and then it turns out, you know, you've got a cracked neck or something, and it's a very serious injury. So,
Crystal,
you need both.
it's great having you.
Well,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Yeah,
Good luck with the horses.
Thanks for having me.
And absolutely, when it's time to lawyer up, you need to Cowgirl up. Cowgirl Law Offices, they're located on West Charleston between Valley View and Rancho. You can visit them for a consultation, or, by the way, that consultation's free. Call their number, visit the website on your screen. Eller Law LLC is a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.